Big changes are coming to arbitrations, one of the few endgame modes in Warframe. These changes are very important and will without question change the very nature of arbitrations, and therefore, Warframe itself. To discuss this important topic, problems of the arbitrations mode, and their solutions, I have invited three famous Warframe experts, Rosalind, Blaze, and the other one. Check it out.
Hi everyone, I'm DK Diamantes, and today we're gonna talk about why arbitration is so boring. I mean, it's like drinking regular soda instead of diet soda. I mean, that tingly, awful, sugary feeling you get in your teeth is so bad. I mean, why would anybody drink like regular soda over diet? It makes no sense, right?
Right, hi, I'm Blaze. I am also here to discuss things. Apparently some people enjoy the taste of diet soda. I don't really get it, although I do enjoy the taste of Lady Grey myself. It just has that nice lemony zest to it.
Yeah, I happen to agree. Hello world, my name is Roz, and soda, it comes from the Arabic term suwart, or meaning stalwart, and stalwart always struck me as kind of a silly kind of term to apply to a sort of soft drink. Soft drinks incorporating more than just sodas, but also juices. Best kind of juice to associate with this sort of discussion would be like orange juice, or some sort of fruit juice, wouldn't you say?
I don't know, but like soft drinks kind of reminds me how soft the reward table for arbitrations is, but I probably would prefer juice because I guess it's healthier, but it has just as much sugar in it. So like, who really cares? Like, I don't know.
There is a shocking amount of sugar in fruit juice. You'd be surprised. It's actually quite bad for your teeth. There's a reason why kids are recommended not to drink too much juice, because it just wreaks havoc on their teeth. But then again, parenting is kind of difficult, and something a lot of people just don't really seem to be prepared for when they get into it. You hear all these stories about...
actually raises a good question, because parents have often never taught their children the value of hard work and actually applying yourself in school. I often had problems with languages and reading comprehension. It always struck me as kind of the most unstraightforward topic, because language often changes based on whatever the structure is, in that exact moment. Man, I am fucking that up.
Parenting, almost like trying to parent a useless low MR in arbitration and then having some wonky mechanic busted in there so that you can revive them all the time. But I digress, because I mean, obviously, like parenting, schooling, I mean, American schools are just like, they're glorified daycare centers anyway. So I mean, who really needs to go to college these days? It's all a money scam. And it's not just a money scam. They're trying to get your money. They're trying to make you think you need a scholarship. It's all a waste of time. It's all a waste of time.
Well, structure is definitely important, especially if you're an architect or into structural engineering. Those people are very, very smart, and they're actually responsible for things like, you know, your building not coming crashing down on top of your head. Much like, I could say something politically, the words are hard. I could say something politically here, but let's not. I don't know, something to do, I don't know, not wanting to talk about things, it's fine.
It's okay, Blaze. Words are hard, unlike arbitration, which is just boring, tedious, and really easy. So I understand exactly where you're coming from. I mess up my words all the time. Being on YouTube, being on Twitch, I always gotta like re-record my shit because I'm always flubbering up, I'm always talking too fast, and it's just, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Going a mile a minute. That reminds me of one of the funniest cartoons on the television back in the days was Speedy Gonzales. You'd never see a show like that presented in today's American television. I guess because stereotypes aren't very politically correct. Then again, stereotypes do come from psychology and sociology, sociology being more of a study of groups and populations as a whole.
You know, you bringing up Speedy Gonzales actually legitimately remembered that once not Cartoon Network, Warner Brothers, they cancelled Speedy Gonzales, and the Mexican population actually got very upset because they legitimately liked Speedy Gonzales. It's funny how things like that work out.
Yeah, it's funny how much cartoons and something that's supposed to be childlike and fun and whimsical suddenly gets so triggering and everybody's mad, and it's just a cartoon. Just chill out, have fun. Something you can't do in Warframe these days.
Well, after all, remember, the people who are making cartoons are indeed adults, so usually a good cartoon will have some viewership. It's some reason to view it even if you aren't a kid.
Adults tend to shield too many things from children these days. I'd say it's better to expose children to things, kind of like these idiot fucking shield drones. They don't allow enemies to be exposed to the players in arbitrations, but unlike these adults, what these children would benefit from being exposed to various elements is they would be better suited for growing up and seeing more things of the world, such as harsh weather and the elements of nature. When it's very cold outside, it's oftentimes best to wear a jacket or not have some sort of covering.
Like a warm coat?
Yeah, a primed warm coat, even. Which kind of reminds me of Amazon Prime, which is actually a very useful service that I legitimately pay for.
Oh, Blaze. Oh, Blaze. This is not the time or the place for kind of chilling. That is the wrong platform. It is not the right time.
Yeah,
Just it's never really the right time.
Yeah, that's true.
Arbitration mission, because they're so boring and tedious and nobody wants to do them, just like nobody really right now wants to hear an Amazon Prime show.
There are a lot of things that people would really rather not discuss. But there are a lot of things that people would like to discuss, like cute things, like cats. People like cats, right? Last time I checked.
Cats is a funny word. Rhymes with rats.
Rattling Gunner. The Skaven from the Warhammer Fantasy series. Which, as I understand it, is one of Shy's favorite fantasy races.
I have no idea. It would explain why she likes me so much. If these big, ugly, disgusting rats are like her favorite thing, it kinda makes sense.
No,
also,
it's fine. You come off as a sort of ratigan from the Great Mouse Hunt.
Also makes sense because Shy is like 100% a furry too, so it makes sense. She likes these big rats from Warhammer. Me, rat. It makes sense to me. It makes sense. Unlike arbitration.
I could go for some pizza, actually. Pizza's fucking delicious.
Was there literally just a pizza, like somebody ordered a pizza, just came through at the literal most inopportune time when we are trying to discuss something as important and game-changing as the new arbitration changes in Warframe? I mean, who could want to go away from that? Who could want to pry themselves away from such an intense and interesting conversation over something as trivial as pizza? I said it. Pizza's trivial.
Parents don't understand the nature of, exposing one to pizza and tying it to arbitrations because, well, arbitrations, well, they're tedious and boring, but I guess discussing them is more important than pizza. Pizza being this round and circular kind of cylindrical shape of objects.
Well, I suppose it is a 3D object, so I was about to say it's cylindrical, really, but no, that's actually technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Technically correct being the best kind of correct?
Technical answers are often the best answers to give, especially if you are in communication with the general public, because the general public will take a technical term and they'll latch onto it, and they'll understand it as little as possible whenever they're creating some sort of rhetoric for a general population.
You know, I really don't have anything else to say about that. So, has anybody seen the new trailer for Mortal Kombat? I mean, that looks like an actual fun game. Interesting things going on in it.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen it. All I know is, like, Scorpion's Get Over Here, which is admittedly quite amusing.
Scorpion reminds me of the Scorpion character in Spider-Man comics. He had a bigger tail than I thought he would.
And he was bright green, just disgustingly green. And, ladies and gentlemen, that's why arbitration mode is really boring.
I can't say I've ever had the most fun with it.
I guess you could say it has quite a long tail.
That's literally the end.
Wow, that was a very long, boring, and stupid conversation that had no point or satisfying conclusion. And I feel like adding an ability to resurrect squad mates wouldn't make that conversation any better. Reducing it to 5 minutes and giving it a satisfying ending, a point, or a reward, would. Oh, and Archgun Riven. Great. There are about as many good Archguns as there are game modes where they are useful. 2.